Well, the next of our quarterfinals about to get underway. Alison Riske and Zarina Diyas. Let's find out their passage to the quarterfinals as we go courtside.
24-year-old Alison Riske is through to the quarterfinals of the Hobart International 2015 with a walkover first-round victory over fellow American Christina McHale and a three-setter earlier today over Bojana Jovanovski. She won her first WTA title last year in Tianjin and reached the quarters of this event and New Haven. This is her first top 50 season, reaching that milestone a year ago at the Australian Open. Please welcome Alison Riske from the United States. Zarina Diyas is the second seed in the Hobart International and won her way through to the quarterfinals with victory over Silvia Sola Espinosa, and earlier today took out wildcard and former world number 5 Daniela Hanchikova in straight sets. She broke into the top 100 in 2014, was runner-up to Sam Stosur in Osaka, and made the quarters at Kuala Lumpur and Strasbourg. Please welcome once again Zarina Diyas, the number 2 seed.
Yeah, good effort for both these girls to back up.
Your chair umpire for this match is Julie Schenderly from Norway.
Watched a bit of that Diyas and Takova game, which got underway earlier today. And fantastic performance by the number 2 seed to win in straight sets, 7-5, 6-1. So she spent an hour and a half on court. That one got underway at 10 a.m. local time, so about 5.5 hours ago. So she's been able to recover from that game, and here she is in a quarterfinal. Alison Riske took 3 sets to defeat Bojana Jovanovski. That match went just over the 2-hour mark a little bit earlier today. Alison, first top 50 season for her, and of course Zarina Diyas making one of the biggest jumps in the women's rankings from 163 to 33 by the end of the season. Riske started her year in Brisbane. She was defeated by the qualifier Daria Gavrilova in the first round, 7-5, 6-3. Of course, Daria, the winner of the Australian Open wildcard playoff back in December, and seeking Australian citizenship, hopefully at some stage in 2015.
Time.
Great tennis weather today, top of 20 degrees, getting through all the matches. Just the other live quarter-final at the moment, which is underway next door here. Great start by Karumi Nara, 5 games to love. She leads Camilla Giorgi, the 3rd seed, in the opening set. So the winner of that match will take on the winner of tonight's quarter-final between Karen Knapp and Madison Brengle. About to get underway
Zarina
here
Diyas
for a spot in the semi-finals.
Law 15. Let for serve. Love 13. Love 14. Let for serve. Let for serve. Fifteen, 14. Game risk.
Great start by the American. Gets
First game.
the breaker serve.
Alison Riske to serve. Fifteen love. Thirty love.
As I mentioned, Riske losing in Brisbane last week in that first round. Diyas making a quarter-final in Shenzhen.
Love. Game Riske.
So great start here by the American. 2 games to love.
Riske leads, 2 games to love.
Court announcer extraordinaire has just wandered up to the box.
Extraordinaire, I don't know about that, but I don't know, it was a pretty easy day on me yesterday, I must say. No play, so...
What'd you get up to?
Oh, well, I sat around waiting for the next call, the next 1 hour call. It was just one of those horrible days that I guess we get from time to time.
Yeah, it's funny, the month of January, it's just tennis, and yesterday was a chance to catch up on a few emails, make a few calls.
Yeah, so it was interesting watching the players, that's for sure.
Yeah, frustrating day.
Diyas has got to get going here, doesn't she? She's
15 love.
2 down, 2 love down, and Alison Riske really taking it up to the second seed.
All.
Camilla Giorgi losing that first set just a moment ago, 6 games to 1 against Karumi Nara. And she's had to wait around quite a while, so she hasn't got out of the blocks at all.
Yes, all the players very frustrated and trying to work out exactly what their routine was going to be for a washout day. And spoke to a few of the players today, and they said, "Oh, it's just great. Had a chance to have a rest." So
yeah, I've got a big fortnight to come.
Yes.
The Australian Open as well.
$15, $14. $30-14.
Michael, you spoke to Heather Watson down there. She is the form player of this tournament.
In outstanding form, and very happy, bubbly sort of a person too, but very, very much at the top of the game at the moment. I think the Hopman Cup experience has been extremely good for her.
Deuce.
You don't blame Riske going for it on the second serve, but it's back to Deuce. She's got a 2-love lead at the moment. Alison Riske, who's another one of those players on the up and up at the moment.
Advantage Riske.
Well, it would have been good if she was playing doubles, but
yes,
missing by a long way. Just not quite happening at the moment for Diyas. And she misses. Riske, 3 love. Lightning start
Riske leads, 3 games to love.
To this quarter-final.
well, Well, you just wonder what goes through her mind right now. She's the number 2 seed. She's 3 love down. She's going to have to play pretty well to get back into this match. As you mentioned, Marinara 6-1 over Camilla Georgie, who has had to wait a long time to play her second match in this tournament. Of course, that 3-setter against Storm Sanders on Monday was... Well, she had to dig deep, didn't she, Camilla Georgie, to be able to put away the wildcard entry for this tournament, Storm Sanders.
Yeah, of course, was meant to play Tuesday night, and the session got cancelled. It was here for all of yesterday, then didn't get to go on and had to return home. So, and then she was out here practicing early this morning, thinking she was going to be first on, and got told the news that Kai Kanepi had pulled out. So, yeah, tough on her preparation, but look, she's a fighter, and hopefully she can get back into that match next door to us here.
Well, Alison Riske to serve the 3-love lead.
Love 15.
Well, she's going to need to have to find a range pretty quickly, Diyas. Lovely shot down the line.
On.
Diyas having a very similar year to Casey DeLacqua in terms of the rankings jump and her consistency across 2014. Much younger than Casey, 8 years the junior.
T15.
Yes, it's difficult for tournament directors when your number 1 seed goes out, and mind you, and so close to the semi-final action. Most experts still trying to come to terms with how Casey could win that second set so convincingly, really, and then fall away in that last set.
Yeah, the million-dollar question, isn't it? The fluctuations, whether it's physical, mental, just the lapses, which just can't afford to have. Unfortunately, yeah, first serve percentage dipped. Missed a few of those forehands that she was crunching for winners early in the match. Well, dictating the point there, Alison Riske.
40-13.
Nice conditions on court too,
Perfect.
Brett.
Yeah.
Perfect conditions for
Still.
tennis. Yep.
Deuce.
Diaz just showing the signs here at the moment that a game might be just starting to get back on track.
Advantage Diyas.
Yeah, certainly an interesting year coming up in women's tennis. We've seen Simona Halep, Ivanovic, Bouchard, Sibylkova all jump into the top 10 in 2014. We've seen Makarova, Panetta, Petkovic, Safarova, Venus Williams, Cornet and Muguruza jump into the top 20.
Game Diyas.
So Diaz gets on the board. Still Riske with a good start here. 3 games to 1.
Riske leads 3 games to 1.
Zarina, the big drop with injury. Can she get back? The former world number 2, and she starts the year around that 30 mark. And then you've got the potentials who have shown a fair bit. Can they take the next step? Belinda Bencic is the one I certainly like. The
Bencic, yep.
Former world number 1 junior, and she has been coached by Martina Hingis' mum.
Let for serve.
And of course you've got Venus Williams, obviously in the twilight of her career, but won at Auckland. So maybe there's a last little bit of push from Venus.
Yeah, jumped from
the top 20,
the mid 40s back to just inside the top 20 last year.
$15 love. $15 all.
She can't afford too many double faults. It's 3-1 down. Zarina Diyas.
$15-13.
The Mosner, I think.
It's her second double fault for Diyas. Just that last point, last stroke, she worked Diyas around the court well, Alison Riske. Break a serve. Camilla Giorgi trying to work her way back in against Karumi Nara, losing the first set, but a break at 2-1 in the second.
40-13. Deuce.
Alison Riske is not letting up, is she? She's hitting the ball very hard at the moment.
Yeah, and I like the way she's working the ball around the court. We saw that with Heather Watson. The change up of shots.
Advantage Diyas. Deuce.
Alison Riske's return
Advantage
of
Riske.
service has been quite outstanding so far in this match. She's very much on top of it at the moment. Her advantage here on the Diyas serve.
Deuce.
Yeah, superb shot.
Advantage Diyas. Game Diyas.
So good hold for Diyas. She
Risk
is
leads
just
3
working
games
her
to
way
2.
back gradually here. Still Riske with the break at 3 games to 2. And Camilla Georgi getting on top in the second set against Karumi Nara. Dropped the first, 6 games to 1. Now with a break leading 4 games to 1 in the second. So that potentially destined for 3 sets. And tonight we'll have Karen Knapp up against Madison Bringle from 7 o'clock to headline our night session here at the Hobart International. Hashtag Hobart Tennis if you want to join the conversation.
Slow start also by Camilla in that first game against Storm Sanders in all those days ago.
Feels like a long time ago.
This was disappointing on a number of levels yesterday. Obviously the rain, etc. But 2 magnificent big cruise ships out in the bay had come in for the day or a couple of days, and unfortunately no tennis for some of those tennis fans to be able to come and watch. I guess they may have attracted a number of them here, but unfortunately the weather didn't do us any favours. You could only just see them, mind you. The cloud was very, very low yesterday. So.
Yeah, frustrating day for everyone all
Time.
round, but we have caught up today, which is fantastic, and the girls, well, wouldn't have to do it that regularly, but sometimes they're, depending on weather, having to back up to keep the tournament flowing along, playing 2 matches on the one day.
No fuss from the girls. They're professional. They know how to prepare and I guess get the mental state right and make sure the body's okay. And then you just need to do what you have to do on tour, and so you can't complain about it too much. If you've got to double up, you've got to double up. And I don't think too many of them were complaining. I think that they know the situation, and I think they were extremely cooperative.
Yep. Yeah, they've been in those situations. They know that weather plays a part in
Have a seat, please.
tennis events. The schedule's going to be thrown out, rejigged.
Law 15.
The form line for Diyas is good. Beat Daniela Hanchikova earlier today, so I think she'd be chock full of confidence, but she's going to have to come from behind here a little bit.
$15.
Looked like it might have taken a bit of the line there from. We're a long way away.
Yeah, it's been some close calls. Tough for the Lions people, but yeah, Riske certainly making Diyas do a lot of the running at the moment. Diyas has probably got the ability to really let it rip. Come up with a winner. So she's playing a good smart game here, Alison Riske.
30-15.
Important hold for her to not give up that 3-love lead.
She did everything there, Alison Riske, but it was, the odds were swinging away from her at every stroke. 30 all. Well, big opportunity here for
30-14.
Diyas to square it up at 3 all. Gave that first serve absolutely everything.
Game, Diyas.
Yeah, it's been a good fight back by Diyas. Consider the first 3 games, she's got it back all square. Camilla Giorgi closing in on taking out that second set next door to us here. The 3rd seed from Italy, dropping the first 6-1 to Karumi Nara of Japan. Now leading 5-1 Giorgi in the second set.
Shot.
Law 15. Fault.
Yeah, set up too
Law
much
13.
there. player that's played the drop shot, I think, the best for this tournament this week is Roberta Vinci, who does disguise it really well.
Love 14.
Another disappointing service game here from Diyas, who dropped serve twice, and she may well drop it again here at love 40.
So there's
Risk.
a costly double fault.
Ball change, please.
Working her way back. She's given the advantage back
Risk leads
to
4
Risk.
games to 3.
And she's a little bit disappointed with something just behind her too. I'm not really sure what that was, but when she walked across, she looked behind her, just to her right,
Ball change, guys.
just
Thank
down
you.
in the corner, and made a bit of a signal that she wasn't real happy with something down there or someone.
I'm not
really
sure if that's her coach, maybe.
Maybe.
Possibly, I think it is
Maybe
just
she's not happy with the coach.
sitting in the corner.
The coach wouldn't be happy with her.
Always blame the coach.
Always blame the coach. When in doubt, in behind, blame the coach.
So
What do you think of the fast four concept,
Yep.
Brett?
I've
What are your thoughts?
I've been asked about it a few times on radio back in Melbourne, and look, I watched a fair bit of last night. I don't mind it. I'm not totally enamoured with it. I think there's probably a few things that could be added to it. Just a few different elements. I feel like I'm probably just watching a game of tennis.
Yep.
I mean, it was good to watch Nadal last night. I was keen to watch him just to see what sort of shape he's in ahead of the Australian Open. And he looks fit, Rafa.
Looked good. Run a lot of things down, didn't he?
He did. So, we only can hope he can survive deep into the tournament, coming off not a big preparation. But yeah, fast four, I'd like to see a few more little innovations added, just so it doesn't feel like we're just watching a regulation game of tennis.
Wait, please. Wait, please. First.
It's a little bit about exhibition at the moment, just to let people know what the concept is, I guess. And I think Verdasco and Nadal had a bit of fun with it last night. And the crowd loved it, I think. To see something come out of the players,
Yeah.
not that serious.
Well, that's the good part about a night like last night is you see the players with a smile on their face, not the game face, and a bit more light-hearted. And that Margaret Court Arena is going to be a great setting for some spectacular matches over the next fortnight.
Love.
Nice wide swinging serve from Riske, and sets up a 5-3 situation here in the first set over the number 2 seed, Zarina Diyas.
Let first. Game Risk.
Consolidates the break. 5-3 now for Alison Riske. Really good start. Quarterfinalists last year here in Hobart. Looking to go one step better. Also made a quarterfinal in New Haven. Third round of the Australian Open, and also at Wimbledon. Won her first WTA title in China, where she defeated Belinda Bencic, the 17-year-old who's risen to number 32 in the world. Just using all parts of the court really well here. Set point for Camilla Giorgi next door to us to square it up with Karumi Nara in their quarterfinal.
Love 13.
Well, she keeps pounding in the pressure. There's Alison Riske. Both girls have played already today.
(15-13).
Yeah, it's interesting the continuing change of the guard in women's tennis, because she's defeated Jovanovski earlier today. At one point we thought Bojana Jovanovski was the one that was really going to take off into the top 20, won a couple of titles, but she's just sort of stagnated a little around that 60 mark in the rankings. This Riske has risen up just outside the top 40.
Too long.
So a couple of set points now for Alison Riske, the United States. Karumi Nara getting a break of serve next door here. So Giorgi had a chance to serve out the second set, still leading 5-3.
Yes, well, Camilla had several opportunities to serve things out in the match she played against Storm Sanders and couldn't get that over the line for quite some time. So she did struggle on that serve at key times.
Extraordinary number of double faults and foot faults. That's wide from Diyas. Great first set by Alison Riske. The 8th seed upstaging the 2nd seed right now. We've lost the number 1 seed today. The door is open here at the Hobart International. We're going to get a first-time winner.
And there have been so many of those in the past. Muguruza last year. Mona Bartel, I think, was a qualifier back in 2012 when she took out this tournament. So it does sometimes spring some surprises and I guess give some young players a good opportunity to getting to the tournament.
Well, the last American winner was Amy Frazier back in 2004, so a decade ago. She won here 6-3, 6-3. Of course, we've never had a winner from Kazakhstan, so Zarina Diyas would create a little bit of history if she was able to get through. But quite a spread of players over the years from all different countries, which is the way tennis works.
Time.
Too many countries that aren't playing tennis.
Alicia Mollick, the last Australian winner, beat Amy Frazier.
Yeah, 2003. We had
Yamela Groth.
Yeah, well
okay.
now
second set.
gone back to
Riske to
Gajdasova.
Kim Clijsters was Australian, wasn't she? She won in 2000. There's another.
Well, that's when she was with Leighton.
When she was with Leighton, but we've disowned her since then, have we?
Oh, we still love Kim.
Bit of a surprise
15
too,
all.
I guess, that she did retire, but maybe not a surprise to the people around her. But
She's having the family's just
family.
extending for the year.
Still playing some pretty good tennis when she'd finished too, Kim Clijsters, and a real favourite though, nonetheless, with or without Leighton. She was much loved around the country.
She looks in a good groove here at Riske. Camilla Giorgi just taking that second set 6-3. So we're going to a third between Giorgi and Karumi Nara. The winner of that to play the winner of tonight's match between Karine Knapp and Madison Brengle, which will get underway in just under 3 hours' time.
Diyas now starting to work Alison Riske around the court a bit. She's been doing some Ks herself in this, was in the first set. Beautiful. Deft touch.
30 all. Out. 40-30.
Nice sunny day in Hobart. Some sunny breaks, a little cloudy. As we mentioned earlier, perfect conditions for tennis. That's taken part of the line.
Deuce. Advantage Riske.
Wide swinging ace to Alison Riske. A little tougher here for her to hold serve. Taking the first set 6-3 in fine style. 24-year-old from America.
Game, Riske.
So a good hold for Riske to start the second set.
First game, second set.
One set up her sleeve,
Ball stays on that
6-3,
side.
1 love.
Thanks. Ball stay on that side.
8 times yesterday they cleared the court with the rain. Just all the frustration down at court level. Brett, the young kids, Mark Hanley, the tournament director, walking on, said, "Where are the towels?" And away they went again, and they didn't complain. They did a terrific job getting it prepared 8 times, and for no reward. So, but
I'll
not that way now.
I'll tell you who did enjoy themselves, and that was the corporates just below us here.
I'm sure they did.
They had a great day. They made the most of it.
15 love.
Nice solid serve to start off for Diyas.
Fifteen on. Thirty 15. Thirty on.
Great
40
serve.
13.
Saw that serve, that particular serve worked so well for Karen Knapp earlier today, and knocking out the top seed, Casey Delacqua.
Oh, that's magnificent. Just jumped all over that second serve.
Deuce. Fault. Advantage risk.
An opportunity here for Alison Riske. An early break in the second set.
Game. Risk.
So all going the way of the American at the moment.
Risk leads 2 games to love.
And Diyas bundled out of Shenzhen last week to Zhezhe Zheng, who had to withdraw here due to injury, her ranking just inside the top 100. Diyas was certainly the favourite in that quarter-final. High-ranked player in this match. She's had a great rise in 2014, but there are no givens that it'll just continue to roll along. There's a big chasing pack.
Love 15. Fifteen on.
It's deep serve from Alison Riske. Well, the number 2 seed in a spot of bother here. Lost the first set 6-3. Now 2 love down.
Thirty 15. 40-15.
Best Grand Slam performance for Riske, 4th round of the US Open in 2013. So as the years are rolling along, she's going deeper into the majors, looking to try and take a little step further in 2015. And she's in control
Risk.
here.
Miss Diyas has requested Sir Coach.
6-3, 3
Risk
love.
leads 3 games to love.
Yes, well, something needs to change here for Diyas. She's called for a coach. Looking for answers. 3 love down in the second set after losing the first 6-3.
Well, similar to Heather Watson, I think she's just played a really good, smart game of tennis here, Riske. Really executed placement of shots. She's really had Diyas on the run for the majority of the game. She's been able to dictate where the ball's going, and she's just been on the front foot the whole time. She's defended well when she's had to, when Diyas has ramped up her ground strokes.
Well, she made the quarters here last year, I think, Alison Riske, and looking to go one better. And she's placed herself perfectly in the second set to be able to do that. Diyas is been a little patchy. She's played some good tennis, and she just hasn't had the consistency of Alison Riske. Things not working for her here after she beat Daniela Hanchikova earlier in the day. All depending how this goes. Brett, I may just have to leave you shortly, so...
Yeah, might need to make the mad dash.
Yes.
Well, she's rolling through this second set. Once again, dictating the point, Riske.
Love 15.
She just got Diyas on her bike the whole match.
Mm.
15 all.
A little close to the line, but she doesn't seem to be too phased about it. The players love to look, don't they? Casey Delacqua earlier today just had to point it out to the umpire exactly where she thought it bounced.
Yeah. Well, sometimes they can see one thing and everyone else can see the other. But no one likes to have a point against them. Superb. Great stuff. Once again, just
15-13.
just dictating where the ball's going, using every part of the court here, Alison Riske. Great deep return.
15-14.
Yeah, long again
Risk.
from Diyas. 4 games to love
Risk
now.
leads 4 games to love.
Thanks, Michael. We'll hear from you courtside shortly.
Well, if it keeps going this way, but you never know. This tournament has sprung a few surprises, but at 4 love and 1 set up, you would think it's rolling along.
We might have the quick one. I just get a feeling the one between Camilla Georgi and Karumi Nara, that could be a real arm wrestle of a third set.
Yes.
And we're still in the second game. That second game's been going for a little while. In fact, Karumi's just won that second game. So 2 games to love now.
of work to
15
do
left.
for the third seed.
Indeed. Thanks, Michael. Alison Riske on her way.
Thirty left. Thirty 15. Thirty all.
Oh, it's wide. Just not happening
40-13.
for Diyas. Trying to be a bit more proactive and get to the net. Great serve again.
Game. Risk.
1 foot in the
Risk leads.
semi-finals
5 games to love.
for Alison Riske. Next door, it's Kurumi Nara of Japan with a break in the third and deciding set. 2 games to 1. She leads Camilla Giorgi of Italy. So Heather Watson sits and waits for either Alison Riske, who's in the box seat here, or Zarina Diyas. Watson, once again, superb today. What a great tournament she's had. Hasn't dropped a set on her way to the semi-finals. Dispensing of the 9th seed in Roberta Vinci.
Time. Law 15.
Riske has served at a very healthy 70%. She hasn't served one double fault in this match. Points one off the second serve for Diyas, just 15%.
$15 all.
And she's only won 48% of points on the first serve, so certainly the rallies have been dominated by Riske in the way she's played. Once again, the placement, superb.
15-13. Thirteen.
Once again, beautifully executed shot
13-14.
by Riske. And now she's got a match point. Just simply putting the ball back into play, but really making it tough for her opponent to get a good shot in. Once again, Riske having Diyas on the run.
By 2 sets to love, 6-3.
Comprehensive victory and a spot in the semi-finals, one better than her quarter-final appearance in Hobart 12 months ago. The American, in convincing fashion, 6-3, 6-love. And she now takes on Heather Watson. Both girls have had terrific weeks. It's a good matchup coming up tomorrow. Here from the Hobart International, the number 2 seed follows the number 1 seed out of the tournament. Zarina Diyas will now head to Melbourne to prepare for the Australian Open. We'll hear from the winner, Alison Riske, in just a tick courtside. Karimi Nara now 3 games to 1. She leads Camilla Giorgi, the number 3 seed. So every chance we could have the top 3 seeds out of the draw, which really opens it up for someone down the pecking order. Let's hear from our winner, Alison Riske.
Bit of a fan club over there, Alison. Can you tell us a bit about it?
Well, all I can say is I love having America in Australia. That's awesome. Thanks for cheering.
Alison, a very solid game from you today. It was your return of service was outstanding, and your serving, you just seemed to really nail it tonight.
Thank you. Well, I definitely had a little bit of a warm-up this morning since I played my second round match earlier. So it was a good warm-up for me, and I'm very happy to move through.
Take us through what you did after your game this morning. I guess a massage and a lot of recovery for you?
Actually, just a little bit of a stretch. I took a shower. I'm sure you're happy to know that. I ate and took a nap, and then I came to the court.
And I guess your next opponent, Heather Watson. So she's in red-hot form, and I suppose it's going to be another tough one for you, but you've just disposed of the second seed, so you must be still very confident of being able to get through.
Yeah, well, obviously, anyone you play out here is, a great opponent. So I'm going to have to look to play my game, and I'm just looking forward to playing another day.
All right, we'll let you go and have a rest. Well done. Through to the semi-finals. Alison Riske from the United States.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, well played by Alison Riske. A superb performance today. 6-3, 6-love. Heather Watson, 7-6, 6-2 in defeating Roberta Vinci. So that will be the semi-final matchup tomorrow. And the other semi-final still to be decided. Live at the moment, Karimi Nara 3-1 in the third set against the number 3 seed, Camilla Giorgi. The winner of that to play the winner of tonight's match. And we're going to be back here in just over 2 hours' time. It'll be Karen Knapp, the Italian, up against Madison Brengle of the United States. So we'll bring you the night session from 7 o'clock local time. Make sure you join us then here at the Domain Tennis Centre.